is a very special time of the year to visit Kyoto, as many temples will hold night illuminations that light up and transform the vibrant fall leaves. We'll be visiting several temples during the day and night, but first a quick stop at Saizeriya, which is a Japanese chain serving Italian food, known for good portions at very affordable prices. It's not exactly fine dining, but it's very good for what it is. A lot of locals tend to hang out at the restaurant, which makes sense given that there is a refillable drink station with soda coffee and tea. The plan for the day is to visit Sanzen-in Temple, which is the main attraction of the rural town of Ohara, located an hour north of central Kyoto. The bus got super packed, to the point that a local Japanese lady was yelling at the bus driver not to let anyone else on at one of the bus stops. Whoa, look at all of these veggies. We're taking a walk through the area before heading to the temple. Well, that's an interesting crossing sign. Mid-fall is our favorite time to visit Japan, with the weather cooling down and humidity dropping, and of course the autumn leaves brightening every scene. Now back on the path towards the temple. The path is lined with various shops and restaurants to check out. Look at the size of these turnips. It is lightly raining, but still lovely weather for the temple visit. The temple grounds are quite large with multiple buildings and gardens. Love how the gentle rain is creating ripples on the pond. Sanzen-in is named after the Buddhist concept of Ichinen Sanzen, which means experiencing 3,000 realms within a single moment. It was founded in 804 by the monk Saicho, who introduced Tendai Buddhism to Japan. It also stands out as one of the rare temples whose head priests used to be members of the imperial family. Seeing the moss garden is always a clear reminder that we're in Japan, and it leaves a lasting impression of this temple. These small stone statues are called Jizo statues, which are created in the image of Jizo Busatsu, the guardian deity of children and travelers. Aside from protecting travelers, it is also to protect the spirit of children who have passed away. It is said that those who have died before their parents are unable to cross the mythical Sanzu River to the afterlife, as they have not accumulated enough good deeds to compensate for the suffering their death caused to their parents. So they spend their days stacking stone towers as a penance to help gain merits for their parents. But evil yokai knock down these stone towers each day, and the children have to start stacking all over again. Travelers over the years have helped build these stone towers in front of Jizo statues to lessen the burden of these children. Now on our way out from the temple. It wasn't the easiest getting to this temple, but really glad we made the visit. Did somebody say dango? These dumplings made from rice flour are grilled for a smoky flavor. They're often covered in a sweet and savory soy sauce glaze, but this plain dango highlights their chewy texture. Back in downtown Kyoto, I think Mario might be as hungry as we are. This is one of our favorite ramen shops. The menu is relatively simple with different broths to choose from. But what makes it iconic is the chashu pork that line the edges of the bowl. You can choose up to 5 slices per bowl at no additional cost. Of course, we chose 5 slices each and also got the noodle refill, which is free. You can also try pressing fresh garlic into the broth to change things up. Does it matter who won the war if everyone leaves happy and full? Another day, another boba. And now for the gachapon row of the day. Which one did we get? It's the pink bunny Mofusan, the exact one we wanted. Tokyo banana snack in the brulee tart form? Who can resist trying this one? Caramelized sugar covered in a creamy banana custard. So delicious. This udon restaurant is highly rated and right across from our hotel. It was recognized as a Michelin Bib Gourmand restaurant in 2020. The tempura is a great pairing with the udon. With good portions and reasonable pricing, this is a great place to have lunch when in Kyoto. Stopping at a cute little coffee shop, whose owner has been interviewed on TV before, and is regarded as a living national treasure in her neighborhood. Not exactly sure on the backstory, but the coffee and matcha latte are delicious. There's always a rainbow after the rain. Right now we are heading to the first of 3 temples we will be visiting today. There are quite a few options for Gosho collectors here. Reigen-in is one of the sub-temples of Ninenzaka, the oldest Zen temple in Kyoto. It's usually closed to the public, but has special viewings several times a year. Its garden is small, but quite lovely. What a beautiful meditation room. Tofuku-ji is one of the 5 great Zen temples in Kyoto, and currently includes 24 sub-temples. It is a very popular place to visit for viewing autumn foliage, and its garden area can be visited after paying an admission fee. It includes 4 distinct gardens that face different directions. The temple is only a 15-minute walk away from the popular Fushimi Inari Taisha. There's a viewing spot of the Shutenkyo Bridge. The bridge can also be visited for a separate fee. As you can see, a lot of people like viewing the fall leaves from the bridge. The North Garden is known for its moss checkerboard pattern. After being destroyed in the fire, Sanzen Gate was rebuilt in 1425 and is now the oldest Zen gate in Japan. This is one of Tofuku-ji's sub-temples and is a relatively hidden gem in Kyoto. The highlight of this temple is this dry landscape garden, which arranges rocks, water, moss, and pruned trees and bushes, with the raked sand representing ripples in the water. Such a nice place to sit down and meditate. Dragons are commonly seen in paintings within temples, as they are symbols of protection, wisdom, and power. Now now walking towards the Fushimi Inari Shrine. But first, a stop at this local Uji tea specialty shop. This place sells all sorts of tea products at affordable prices. The soft-serve matcha ice cream is only 280 yen, with free-to-add brown rice toppings. The owners here are incredibly friendly. If we lived in Kyoto, this would probably be our most frequent stop for dessert and to purchase matcha powder or tea leaves. There's a few food vendors before entering the shrine. Making a quick stop at Fushimi Inari at night, as the atmosphere is completely different than during the daytime. The feeling of walking through these torii gates in the darkness is a surreal experience to be savored. As long as we don't run into any wild boars, that is. Not a lot of people at nighttime either, but we'll be back tomorrow afternoon to see how it is during the daytime. Ooh, the store has Fushimi Inari Chikawa merch. Now time to head back downtown to the Gion district. Getting a bit hungry, so we stopped at a takoyaki stand, which is pretty good considering the location. Check out the hundreds of lit up lanterns at the dance stage. Local businesses make donations to have their company names displayed on these lanterns. Now heading to the main event for tonight, a short 7-minute walk away from Yasaka Shrine. Kodai-ji Temple was originally established in 1606 by the wife of Toyotomi Hideyoshi after he passed away. Hideyoshi is a great historical figure known for unifying Japan. We are visiting this temple at nighttime for the special autumn illumination event. This is the light show that recurs in the dry rock garden. There is no official description of the narrative, but it appears to tell the story of Hideyoshi. To pray, hope for better days ahead for Japan, or perhaps for Hideyoshi himself as he came from a peasant background. To like, Hideyoshi married his wife Nene around 1561. Symbolic of the wars in his campaign to unite Japan. Happiness, successful unification of Japan, finally bringing peace to the war-torn nation. Signifying the start of a new era. Empty. With Hideyoshi's passing, he transcends the physical world. Really enjoyable show that sets the ambience nicely for this temple under the night sky. loving the tree reflections in the pond due to the illumination. View from the top of the Gauri Uro, the reclining dragon corridor. The bamboo forest looks absolutely enchanting with the illumination, creating the beautiful interplay of light and shadow. A sight to remember. Before leaving, we made sure to make it in time to add to our Goshuin collection. A Goshuin is a stamp that you can obtain from most temples and shrines that features hand-brushed calligraphy created by a monk or a priest, as well as stamped images in red ink. Each one contains the name of the temple or shrine and date of visit, and sometimes a short message or prayer. This serves as a record of your spiritual journey in Japan. Let's take a walk through the nearby famous pedestrian roads. This is a statue of Marishiten, god of the sun and the moon, riding a boar. But honestly, it looks like the boar is getting crushed. Had no idea that Peter Rabbit was popular in Japan. Unfortunately, the store was already closed. This area is popular for photo shoots due to the cobblestone streets. Hungry and late at night, that calls for a quick trip to Saizeriya to stuff our bellies. Good night. Today we're heading back to Fushimi Inari again, to see how different it is in the daytime. This coffee float is delicious, with a heaping portion of soft serve ice cream on top. Same goes for this matcha float. Om nom nom. We came for this beef bowl containing Wagyu beef and fried tofu simmered in a sweet and spicy sauce, topped with salmon roe. It's a good option for a meal close to the shrine entrance. Fushimi Inari Taisha is extremely popular for its thousands of vermilion torii gates that line the trails up the mountain. It is the head shrine of approximately 30,000 shrines dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice, agriculture, and prosperity. There are many fox statues located all over the shrine grounds, as foxes are seen as the messengers of Inari. Definitely much more crowded than our nighttime visit yesterday. The walk up and down the mountain can take up to 3 hours. However, as a lot of people like taking pictures of the torii gates at the start of the path, even if you are not planning on reaching the summit, it is well worth it to hike a bit to get shots without the crowds and enjoy the atmosphere of the shrine. Each torii gate at the shrine is donated by a person, family, or business, as donating a gate is thought to bring prosperity and protection. You can see writing on each of the gates, listing the donor and date of donation. The cost of a donation depends on the size of the gate, ranging from 300,000 yen to close to 2 million yen for the largest. A little ways off the main path there is a bamboo forest. Unfortunately, not everyone treats the natural beauty with respect. back to hiking up the mountain. Here's a viewpoint of the city right on the main path. Finally made it to the highest viewpoint of the city, which is our final destination on this trip up the mountain. We have summited the mountain before, and from the perspective of enjoying the scenery, there is no need to continue the path all the way to the summit, as there isn't a lot to see at the top. Either way, it's more about the journey than the destination. Not a bad place to cast the sunset. Stopping on the way back to obtain a separate Goshuin. Fushimi Inari has 3 places to obtain different Goshuins, and a 4th nearby that is connected to a different shrine. This Goshuin has a clean and simple design. The place is just starting to light up as we leave. Of course, we have to make another stop at our favorite tea shop. Good selection of matcha at different qualities and price points. A cold treat after a good amount of hiking today. This matcha drink is also very refreshing. We then head back to the downtown area for one final boba on this trip, and some browsing of holiday goods. I think one of them definitely needs to take a chill pill. Now heading to another special night illumination. Kiyomizu-dera extends its visiting hours into the nighttime during special events such as this autumn illumination. This temple was founded in 780 on the site of the Ottawa waterfall, and its name literally means pure water temple. The main hall features a large veranda that juts out over the hillside and offers a spectacular view of the trees and the city. Having the opportunity to enjoy the red autumn leaves even at night is such a blessing. This temple is designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is the most popular temple in Kyoto, so it's often extremely crowded. It's also featured in multiple anime series, including Detective Conan. The starting point of the crazy beam of light in the night sky. Isn't it fascinating how the light bends as it stretches across the night sky? One final Goshuin added to the collection on this trip to Kyoto. Check out the view with Kyoto Tower in the background. Here's the 3-story Koyasu Pagoda peeking out of the trees. Pregnant women visiting are blessed to have a safe and easy childbirth. Here at Ottawa Waterfall, drinking from each of the 3 separate streams is believed to grant a different benefit. Only drink from one though, as it is considered greedy to drink from all of them. ramen to end our Kyoto adventures. This shop is open late and features ramen with a thick chicken and pork soup broth. Really delicious finish to our trip. Thanks for joining us and please subscribe to take part in future adventures. Also check out the first part of our fall Kyoto trip here.